Well, America's apparently turning 250 years old, and there's going to be a concert to celebrate America's B-Day, but it's not going planned as it was supposed to be planned, because we had a lot of artists that announced that they were supposed to be performing, but they're not.
Right.
So some of the artists that stepped out, you got Martina McBride. She said she was misled into believing it was going to be a nonpartisan event celebrating all 50 states. And she said, I'm out. You got Bret Michaels that says, it's becoming a little too divisive for me. I'm out. The Commodores clarified that their music avoids public affiliation with any single political party. So, no, thank you. And you got Milli Vanilli, Fab Morvan. He just was like, I'm not into politics. So,
you know you're doing bad when Milli Vanilli's like, I can't come over there and fake this act.
Like, nah, I can't. And then you got Young MC and Morris Day at the time. They just canceled. No explanation. They didn't even leave a note. They were just like, yeah, we're out of here.
Young MC busted a move.
Yeah, he was like, I'm out of here. So instead of the concerts, now Trump is going to be hosting a kickoff rally on the National Mall on June 24th, where he will serve as the principal attraction. So, whoever's tuning in for that, good luck. And then there's a UFC Freedom UFC fight that he done turned the lawn into a UFC state, whatever.
I'm looking at these people and I'm thinking to myself, here's the thing, right? These acts have to protect their image, right? I mean, these are legacy acts, right? They're out there. The people enjoy them for a particular reason. They connect with them through nostalgia and all of that. And so it's like the other part is streaming music doesn't pay. Nobody's buying records. Nobody's buying albums. These acts have to tour. That's their retirement plan, right? And they saw what happened to Chrisette Michele. It took her fucking 4 years to recover from showing up.
Has she recovered? Hold on.
Yes. No, she has. She has. And,
I don't know where Chrisette Michele is. I ain't seen Chrisette Michele since 2017.
I checked.
And
yes, she's touring again. She's doing okay. She's playing gigs. She's doing fine. Not at the level that she was before, because seriously, her reputation and her career took a serious hit. And everybody's looking at that going, the Jacksons are still out there. They're running around. They go, hey man, keep us the fuck away from that shit. We don't need them kind of problems, man. Morris Day, he's like, I know what time it is. It's time not to be the fuck over there. I'll tell you that.
Listen, I mean, when you look at these older acts, like when you're looking at how their money comes in, that's going to be touring in shows primarily. It's not going to be from streaming, because the music that they're doing is music that came out a long time ago, and it's not necessarily going to be like TikTok hits, unless you're like Michael Jackson, where your whole catalog is renewed with a biopic all of a sudden to a new generation. That's not what's happening with these people. So yes, they're getting older, but they have to do the gigs. Like you said, the gigs, the retirement plan. You got Earth, Wind and Fire still touring. New Edition is still touring. I just went and saw them. They barely lifting their legs up. But
the Jacksons is Marlon Jackson. The Jacksons is Marlon Jackson and Jackie Jackson, and some guys that they hired to do the thing.
Jermaine's still out there. Jermaine was out there.
Jermaine don't fuck with the Jacksons.
But he wasn't. I think he was at that Yamava performance that Marlon Jackson recently took a fall. And unfortunately, these people, they're in their 60s, they're in their 70s. And I don't know if they're touring, if they've been touring this whole time, or if they were like, okay, the biopic's coming out, let's make some money off of this. We're hot right now as a family again, or they just been touring this whole time. I'm not sure. But I do know that, like, even when they're getting to that, like, age, it's like, I don't think that they feel like they can sit down. And so if you're looking at aligning yourself with the Republican Party, as we've seen what has happened with artists that have done so, like Nicki Minaj, I'm not sure how that's going to do her career, but I would imagine she has lost some of her fan base from aligning herself over there. There's been backlash when people do that. These older acts, I feel like don't even have as much leeway, because it's not like you're going to be coming out with a new album so we can all focus on this instead of focusing on you.
I'm 68. I'm 69 years old. I cannot afford to make my audience mad at me. They're going to be dead in 3 years.
Listen, he said it, not me. Old on old crime. Okay.
Hey, listen, just for the record, I'm old too, so I get to say these sorts of things.
Yeah. This is your,
I know.
These are your
them your people. That's what you do.
Because I I was like, you could take that segment. No,
She's
but
like, who is Morris Day? That's what you said.
I know who Morris Day is.
You know who Morris Day? What does he say when Jerome right before Jerome comes? What does he say? What does Morris Day say right before Jerome comes?
Wasn't he with Prince in that band at some point?
I can't play this game with you. Well, because right before Jerome comes, Morris says, "Somebody bring me a mirror." Oh, Jesus.
Who's Jerome? Am I supposed to know who Jerome is?
No, it's fine.
Is that a commonly known thing?
I'm gonna find somebody else to play with. Clearly, it can't be you.
I'm in my 30s. I don't know what you want from me. Okay. But listen, if you're taking a politically controversial gig, is this a business decision or is this a political statement nowadays? I feel like because of Trump, it's a political statement. Whereas if this was just a Republican Democratic thing and it wasn't so you're on our side or you're on their side, like it is now, I feel like now you can't even have the luxury of just taking one of these gigs without it turning into like a career-ending thing.
You have to remember this, though. Promoters lie. Promoters lie to entertainment acts all the time, and they don't tell you what's going to be happening. You done had it happen to you. You saw a flyer. They say, "Come on down to the yacht party." And you get over there. That shit's a ferry, and y'all outside on the top deck. It's raining, right? That's promoters. Promoters lie about shit all the time. Then they try and get you there, and then when you show up and you got to deal with whatever the lie is that they told, these guys found out ahead of time, and so good for them. They can stay at home, or they can go direct their efforts elsewhere and protect their money, protect their image, and and do some good music and let people like that.
Love it. Well, I won't be tuning in, so I couldn't tell you how this is going to turn out.
But the next time Morris Day comes around, and the next Morris Day and the Time Show, you really do need to go. Just find an auntie to take you. Wait a minute, are you an auntie?
I'm not that kind of auntie. I'm not. I'm not a Morris Day and the Time auntie. I'll tell you that. Okay. We're not quite that up there. But let's move on to
what else you got?
Obsession. Okay.